former White House press secretary and outnumbered co-host, Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
We know who the big guy is. Tony Bobulinski said the big guy is Joe Biden. This goes right to the president.
Yeah, this goes right to the president if Tony Bobulinski, what he told our own network, is accurate. And I wonder, he told Fox this back in, what was it, September, October? There was remarkable lack of journalistic curiosity to follow up on a first-hand source, Steve. That's what Tony Bobulinski is. He worked directly with Hunter Biden. He exchanged emails. They had phone calls. There's an endless track record. So it's really interesting that now the grand jury is asking about who the big guy is, according to reports, while there's this relentless effort by the left and the media to say, yes, the laptop's real now, but Joe Biden wasn't involved.
How do they know Joe Biden wasn't involved?
That's the great question. And, I had someone, a former aide of mine, Chad Gilmartin, say to me, and it's a great point, you had Ron Klain on the Sunday show saying, absolutely there's nothing untoward here with the Biden family, but the same individual worked for President Biden, who said he never talked to Hunter about his business dealings. So how, if you've never talked to Hunter Biden about his business dealings, which now has been disproven, we know President Biden, in fact, did talk to Hunter about his business dealings, but you didn't talk to him, you just know he did nothing wrong. That makes no sense.
Sure. And we've heard about this this memo that was apparently on the laptop, and it showed, okay, Hunter got this much, the other partners got this much, and 10 held by H for the big guy. So let's see what happens. But nonetheless, grand jury apparently convened in Delaware. You've got to figure that is probably where the FBI is holding the laptop as well. Meanwhile, we were talking about this a little while ago. The 12th departure for the vice president's staff, a fellow by the name of Michael Fuchs, the deputy chief of staff, is leaving, it sounds like, in a month or two. What do you make of this revolving door at Kamala Harris's office?
Yeah, it's not ordinary. Look, people say, oh, there's White House burnout. Of course, it's a hardworking job, but most of the people know what they're signing up for. It's a tremendous honor to take a job like that. It's highly abnormal to have a revolving door quite like this. A dozen departures. During my tenure, I don't recall any major figure leaving Vice President Pence's office. His communications director stayed as chief of staff. He was a good boss, a good person to work for. These are people who are tired of prepping someone who doesn't want to prepare. These are people who see a sinking ship that is sinking like the Titanic, and they're jumping off while they still have an opportunity to get to a network or a major company before it totally goes up in flames.
Sure. So many people have left the vice president's staff. Very few have left the president's staff. I mean, aside from Jen Psaki, who is now reportedly going to go to MSNBC. She's got the job you used to have.
Yes, that's right. She's leaving, but you're right. Very few turnover, but a whole lot of leaks. You pointed this out, Steve, and I think it's exactly right. The top of last hour. The fact that there's this leak campaign, the Biden White House has been pretty good about not leaking up until about 8 months ago. We saw that CNN article with 3 dozen sources downing Kamala Harris. And meanwhile, West Wing whispers that they're wanting Pete Buttigieg over Kamala Harris. That's been reported. So this is a whisper campaign, I think, designed to make sure she doesn't run in 2024.
Let's see. Listen, we're going to be watching you. You're going to be on Outnumbered at noon today. Kayleigh, thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.